Okay, it looks like we are live. What's going on here? Tripp Kramer from trippadvice.com coming to you live from Chicago. And today, we are talking about, what are we talking about here? The three women that are hardest to get. The three types of women. Really, I should probably change the title there. The three types of women that are hardest to get. We're going to go over those. I'm going to be explaining them to you. These are women you've definitely come across, especially if you're going out, you're approaching, you're meeting women. These are people you've absolutely seen. So we're going to go over that. And I'm also going to explain to you what you're going to need to do to be able to attract these women, right? So how are you going to be able to get these women interested when they are the hardest women to be able to attract? I have basically an analysis for each one that's going to help you be able to attract them, things that you can do, a way of being, some things you can say, and I'll be giving you all that today. So if you are going out and you are consistently dating, meeting these women, or if you haven't yet, at the very least, you're going to be prepared for when you do run into these women, because I promise you, at least one of these are going to be some type of woman that you're going to come across, okay? So hello, everyone. Yes, I look in the chat. Hello. What's going on? I got a bunch of you here and more that will be tuning in. So thank you. Also, you should stick around to the end because I am going to be doing a Q&A per usual to answer your questions specifically. So stick around and we'll get into that. Okay? Cool. Also, I want you to stick around after I tell you about the three hardest women and how to attract them, because there is something that all these women have in common that you need to understand. Something very, very important, okay? And it's kind of like this theme with all of these women. And well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but we'll get into it as we continue talking, okay? So as you see below, there's a big URL. It says coachedbytripp.com. What does that mean? Well, some of you have been joining these lives. I've been doing every single Wednesday at 7:30 Central, and some of you have not. The ones that have, you know the drill. Coachedbytripp.com is a URL that goes to an application form. So if you're interested in getting coaching by me, that's right. Right now, I am offering one-on-one coaching. This is not something I'm going to be doing forever. This is something that I'm doing right now in the temporary moment. I want to work with guys. I want to help you. I want to work one-on-one with you. So this is not some sort of group coaching program, which I know a lot of the dating coaches are doing. You just get thrown into some good group coaching program. I might do that in the future. Not saying they're bad, but you're also not getting the attention that you might need to get faster results. So I'm here to help you with that, to get you fast results in your dating life. If you're having trouble approaching women, if you're having trouble with continuing conversation, with flirting with women, maybe you have a girl that you like that you need to get out of the friend zone with, whatever the situation might be in your dating life, I promise you I can solve it. I have worked with many guys and had a numerous amount of scenarios, various scenarios that I've seen guys in, and there's nothing I can't handle. So I'm here to help you in terms of whatever it is. And most of the guys have the same issues, and that's fine. That's fine. Most guys, they have struggles approaching. Most guys have struggles understanding how to get a woman attracted to them, and that's one of the main things we go over. And we'll be getting a little bit into that today in today's video. So, cool. Awesome. You ready to get into it? Let's get into it, because I know the people who are watching who are not live are like, all right, come on, I'm here for the information, and that's cool. Let's get to it. The three hardest women to get. Okay, so let's start with number one in no specific order. One of the hardest women to get, and you might be like, well, I don't know if I want this girl. You might be like, I don't even want these women. We'll get into that in a bit. But the first one is the single mom. I get this question a lot. A lot of guys want to know how to attract a girl who has a kid. You know, you meet a woman and she's absolutely beautiful, she's amazing, but then you find out that she is a single mom. Or maybe you're on like a dating app and she's very open with the fact that she is a single mom. And so why is this woman very hard to get? Well, in the beginning, maybe they're not so hard to get, but it all depends, because these women their priority, okay, and I want to go keyword here because that's going to be one of the through lines here, one of the themes of all these women, okay? Their priority as a single mom is their kid, obviously, right? So a lot of guys want to know, how do I attract the single mom? How do I get the moms? Well, you have to understand that her priority is her kid. It's not going to be you. You are going to be coming in second. And so if you're that interested in getting a woman who is a single mom, and I know a lot of you can be like, I don't want that. Well, there's a lot of men who do. Okay, like I said, because there are beautiful, quality women out there. They just happen to be moms. How do you do that? How do you attract a single mom? Well, of course, the normal rules of attraction, which I go over and which I also teach you in coaching. But basically, you got to let her know that you're cool with the fact that she has a kid. That is their biggest insecurity. And I've dated a single mom before. Okay? I've loosely dated. I never really got into a relationship. A few single moms. And they're insecure about the fact that, well, is this guy going to care? Is this guy ready to be a dad? If he's going to be dating me and it goes somewhere serious, he's going to be a dad. I mean, eventually, of course, not right away. So that's something you got to think about. Okay? I'm just looking at the comments here a little bit. Wow, people from all over the place. Okay? So, yeah. So if you're interested in getting a single mom, again, general rules of attraction apply, but also you sneaking in there when you're dating that you don't care that she has a kid and showing interest in her kid and asking questions about her kid. Okay? This is going to be like, whoa, this guy is a potential suitor because my biggest priority is something that he's showing interest in. See what I'm saying here? So that's how you're going to deal with that. That's single mom. If anyone has any more questions about that, that's fairly simple. Okay? Lots to say here, again, on the theme of what we're going over here, but we'll get into it. Okay. The next one is this. The busy professional. Okay? This is also a hard woman to get. Over the course of, 50, 60 years, more and more women have entered the workplace. That's a completely normal thing now. It's a little bit more unheard of in the 30s and 40s. A lot of women were stay-at-home moms, but now there's a lot of women who are out there working and they're busy professionals. And they are, just like some men, really into their career. And these women who are really into their career, that is their priority. Okay? That is their priority. Their priority, again, key word here that we're trying to go over in this video. Their priority is their work. So as a single mom, their priority is their kid. And as a busy professional, their priority is their work. So it's not going to be the same thing as what you'll be doing with a single mom, right? You're not going to be like so into the fact that she has a job. Of course, asking her questions about it and showing an interest in her work will help. You should probably do that anyways if you're looking to get into some sort of relationship, right? Show an interest in their life. But really, what you have to be okay with is not seeing her a lot. She wants to know that you're going to be okay with the fact that you guys are not going to be seeing much of each other. And also, she needs to know that you're okay with the fact that she's going to take her work as a priority over you. Okay? See what I'm saying here? I'm looking at the chat real quick, seeing everything's coming out. People are talking about Carmen Sandiego and Catwoman. Wonderful. Okay, so you guys in the chat, love it. Okay, so busy professional. So you're going to have to let her know that you're cool with the fact that she's busy. Now, that's not something verbal, whereas with a single mom, it's more verbal. With a busy professional, it's more like actions, right? You're not going to be super needy if she can hang out a lot because you should be already prepared the fact that she's picking her work over you. She works late nights. I don't know, maybe she's a lawyer. Maybe she works in, marketing and she has a lot of crazy projects and she's trying to get ahead and trying to climb the corporate ladder. All those things that people are doing these days, not just women, but everybody. So you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with entering a relationship where it's going to be maybe a slower start, or maybe it's going to be someone who is going to be just spending a lot of time away from you. And that's not a bad thing. It's not that you have to spend a ton of time with a woman when you first get into a relationship with her, but there's got to be some sort of balance. You know, if you only see a woman once every couple of weeks, that allows for very slow progress of a relationship. If you're okay with that, and you're a busy guy too, dating a busy professional, probably a good idea for you. But on the other hand, maybe not. We'll get into that in just a bit. Any questions about that? Any questions about this, go ahead and write in the chat, and I'll try to answer it. Anyone who's just showed up, so far we're talking about the 3 hardest women to get. We have talked about the single mom, the busy professional. Let's talk about number 3. Number 3, the hardest woman to get, is going to be the woman who just got out of a relationship. I get this question all the time as well. So the woman who just got out of a relationship, she's hard to get because, well, she's really focused on, again, this is generally speaking, but she's probably going to be very focused on the fact that she just got out of a relationship with this dude, and she still has feelings for him. So she's managing all this in her head. She's managing the fact that, okay, she wants to get over and move on, but it's kind of tough because she still has feelings for him, and she's comparing any relationship now to him, which people do anyways when they get out of a relationship. But I'm talking about someone who just got out, like within weeks, even within like a couple of months. Okay? Someone just said that's what I was waiting on. I wonder if they're talking about the woman who just got out of a relationship, right? So it's kind of hard with this woman. Because their priority, remember, this is one of the themes we're talking about here. This is why it's hard to get these women. The priority for a woman who just got out of a relationship is managing those feelings of like what to do now. Like it's very complicated for her. And so she needs to take her time also. So if you're really desperate enough to go for a woman who just got out of a relationship, what you're going to have to do is let her know that you're going to give her time. And this is not something that you're going to necessarily say also verbally. Maybe you'll say it once or twice. But you're going to say it in a way by actions, similar to with the busy professional. You're not going to be too needy. You're not going to be trying to rushing her into a relationship or rushing into something serious and really taking your time with it, which, by the way, you should be doing anyways with any relationship. It doesn't matter any woman, whether they're a single mom, busy professional, or a woman who just got out of a relationship, you need to be taking your time with it. Okay? So that's her priority. So you got to let her know, like, okay, you're going to be cool with the fact that she's getting over something. And you're willing to be patient. So that's kind of the name of the game here, too, is if you want to really get these women interested in you, you got to be patient. You got to be patient with the single mom, the busy professional, and the one who just got out of a relationship. Now, you might be thinking, Tripp, I thought maybe you would have said, like, oh, I have, like, this girl who's beautiful, or this, what about those girls who are like bitches, or they seem like bitches? Like, how do we attract the girls who are bitchy? Those are really hard to get. Or the women who are so beautiful, it's like you can't even talk to them. Like, how do we get them? Those women are not hard to get. You have just put them on such a pedestal that you're so scared of them that you'll get rejected by someone because you don't have the self-esteem to say, I deserve that woman. So you created this constant thought loop in your head that you don't deserve them, and so therefore they are hard to obtain. But they're not. The hard thing to overcome is the way you see yourself, and really just being comfortable enough to have conversation with those women, and comfortable enough to go up to them and flirt with them, and have, like I said, have conversation with them, get them attracted. Because it's not that attraction works any differently for a 10, so to speak, versus a 5. It's all the same. Attraction works the same. So it's not harder for women who are out of your league you can absolutely still attract those women. And I thought this a long time ago too. This is a thought that a lot of men have, is that no, it's the hot girls who are hard to obtain because they don't want. But why? You ask yourself, because they don't want someone like me. But that's not true. Well, it is true technically, because if you're saying that about yourself, then of course they don't. No, they don't want someone who they don't think is someone that they deserve, right? So if you don't feel you deserve a woman that's quality, well, yeah, you automatically have canceled yourself out of that. So you have to understand that. Yeah, someone said the truth hurts. It is the truth. Yeah, someone said here, a girl who's shy. Same thing, man. Same thing. I'll give you a little tip for shy women. With shy women, you just have to not be so assertive, right? I know that assertive and dominance is one of the things I talk about, but it is something you kind of tone back just a little bit when you're going after some of those shy women. Okay. Quick break from our sponsor, which is myself. You see, coachedbytripp.com. I am here to offer one-on-one coaching to you to help you through this process of attracting these beautiful women, of attracting the single mom, the busy professional, and the woman who just got out of a relationship. So if you're in any of those scenarios, or you're just like, I'm in no scenario and I need to learn how to attract women, let me help you. Apply. I don't work with every single person. I get a lot of applications every day. But if you fill it out and I feel like I can help you, and you fill it out with as much details as possible, and you're over 18, well, then you have an opportunity to work with me. Yes, there is an investment. No, it is not free. You have to invest in things that have value. Of course, that's not always true, because right now, this is valuable and it's 100% free. But that's my gift to you. And it's also me showing you how this can help you. Okay? This is my mission. This is what I do for a living. I help guys just like you get to the point where they're meeting and attracting beautiful women. And we could do that. My coaching consists of getting on phone calls every week and putting you in a customized plan to be able to learn how to meet women in your specific scenario, depending on where you live, what your schedule is like, what your goals are. So let me help you do that. Okay? Go to coachedbytripp.com. You see the URL down below. Go there, and I'll have you fill out an application, and then we will move forward. All right, let's continue to go here. So, all right. Now, there's something I told you I'd be waiting to say regarding these three women: the single mom, the busy professional, and the woman who just got out of a relationship. So, the thing I have to tell you about these three women is that you shouldn't go for them. I don't want you to be going for the single mom. Sorry, single women out there who are moms. I don't want you to be going for the busy professional. Sorry, women who are busy professionals. And I don't want you to be going for women who just got out of a relationship. Okay, here are the exceptions. If you want to date a single mom and you're legit interested in being cool with being in a relationship and helping raise another child, if you're legit cool with that, you're interested in that. Maybe you don't want kids of your own, but you're interested in someone else's kids. I don't know what that would look like, but maybe that's you. Maybe you're a single dad. That's a really good match because you both have these priorities, so it makes sense. Those are the exceptions. But if you're a single dude who's like not ready to be a dad, not ready to be interested in being in a relationship with a woman who has a kid, don't do that. Okay? You're wasting your time. You're wasting her time. It's a big, bad idea. Okay? So, please, stay away from that by any means necessary. Wasted your time. Plus, do you really want to get into something where you're not the priority right away? That kind of sucks. Right? That sucks. So think about that. Busy professional. The only exception there would be you are also a busy professional yourself. Because I know how it works. Most people get in a relationship, they want to spend time with the person that they're seeing. So are you going to be really okay with not spending time with someone because they're putting their career over you? Is that something you want? Are you okay with having a woman in your life who is more focused on her career? Maybe you want family and kids. Do you want her focused on that, or do you want her to play more of a motherly role? Of course, they could do both, but it's difficult. So you got to think about that. And of course, busy professional is kind of vague. So when I say busy professional, I mean really serious jobs. Of course, there's a lot of busy professional women out there. I'm not talking about your average busy professional. I'm talking about someone who is diehard, working crazy hours all the time, really just invested in their work. Most of those women aren't dating, but some are. And you got to be okay with the fact that they're going to be putting that priority over you. Okay? Just looking at the chat. Okay. Now, the woman who just got out of a relationship, there is no exceptions here. I don't have any exceptions for you. No matter what, you should not be getting into any sort of anything with a woman who just got out of a relationship. Bad news bears. Why? That's because a woman who just got out of a relationship is very mentally unstable. Why are they mentally unstable? Because their head is in a million places. They're confused. They don't know what they want. They're getting over heartache. They're heavily emotional. You're not dealing with a rational person. Any person who just got out of a relationship, whether they broke up with a person or especially if they were broken up with, is not in a mentally stable condition to be pursuing and having another relationship. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. But here's why I'm trying to tell you all this stuff is because I know that guys meet single moms, they meet busy professionals, they meet women who just got out of relationships, and they're like, no, Tripp, you don't understand. This woman's amazing. She's beautiful. There's no one like her. She's this, and that. And they get so caught up in that, and they forget about, well, what's going to be good for you? And the guy's like, well, what do you mean? Good for me is going to be this woman. She's beautiful, da-da-da-da-da. Yes, but you're going into this with a challenge. If you're looking for a monogamous relationship, I know not every guy is looking for that, but I'm speaking to the guys right now who are, because, of course, this doesn't matter, right? This whole video doesn't really matter if you're just looking to be casual right now. But if you're looking for something serious, you want something that starts off smooth, easy, where someone's ready to be in a relationship, ready to make the relationship not the biggest priority in their life, but at least somewhat equal, right? It's like if they're putting you completely last, it's just a rocky start. You got someone who's so busy with their kids, so busy with their work, or so busy dealing with their ex. Like, it's just like, it's a mess. And you just don't want that. You just don't want that. Okay. Cool. Lots of people in the chat still. Does that make sense? Maybe you at home nodding your head a little bit. I know there's a bunch of you watching right now. Don't let beauty take you over. Okay? Please. There are so many beautiful women out there. There are so many quality women out there who can be good for you, okay, who are not moms, who are not busy professionals, and who are not just out of a relationship. Please step into abundance, okay? Abundance is you being in the mindset that there are many women out there. If you don't believe that, let me tell you that by my experience, by the people who take my coaching. After they take coaching, they realize, oh my God, Tripp, there's so many women out there. There's so many amazing women that I could be talking to and attracting, and wow, I don't need to just go for this one who has been showing me attention. A lot of guys have such low self-esteem and such a wrong view of how attraction works that the second a woman gives them some attention, they'll throw away everything. Well, whatever, she's a mom. Oh, whatever, she's really busy. Oh, whatever, she just got a relationship. They'll just throw all that out the window because it feels good. And I get it. I get it. But I'm asking you to start working on who you are as a person. Look deeper inside of yourself. Realize that you don't need to be with that person because there are other women who will look at you and say, okay, I do like this guy. And they don't have to be one of these 3 women that I'm talking about. Someone said makes sense. Good. I'm making sense here. Okay. Cool. Yes. Someone said, are you in a relationship? I am in a relationship at the moment. Yes, I am. And the relationship I'm in, I've been in multiple relationships before. And so I know, and also besides being in multiple long-term relationships, I've also been in dating relationships, meaning, you date someone for like a month or two. It doesn't get into like a serious committed thing, but you're dating someone for a little bit. So I've experienced all different types of women. Busy professionals, single moms, people who just got out of a relationship, and also women who are not of any of those categories. All different types of women. This is one of the reasons why I can give you some of this advice, because I've broken a lot of that down and talked to other people, so many people, reading books, everything, and broken it all down to make sense on what's going to be the best fit. So the best thing for you is to find a woman where things can start off as a really clean slate. The cleaner, the better. They have this thing, or they have this, saying called the honeymoon phase. That's the beginning of a relationship. About 12 to 18 months, they say, where the oxytocin in your brain, the chemical in your brain, is making you fall in love with this person that you're with. And so that stabilizes eventually, and eventually that oxytocin doesn't drip as heavy. It just happens very strongly in the beginning because you guys are bonding together, and there's all this theory about that happens because it makes you stay together to raise a child. And so this 12 to 18 months is a really intense period, but it should be enjoyable. And this is going to happen to you. If you're going to be dating a lot, you're going to find that it won't be enjoyable with every woman because it's not meant to work out with every woman. But you keep the ones around where the honeymoon phase is a true honeymoon phase. So things are working out, they're smooth, you're working out your kinks, everything's good. Of course, nothing's ever going to be perfect, but it's smoother and you guys aren't fighting all the time. There's not all this issues and you're not dealing with a bunch of crap. So I'm going to open this up to Q&A right now if anyone has any questions. I'd really like to take questions more specifically on what we're talking about here today. Don't forget, if you need coaching, you want to take this to the next level here in your dating life, attracting beautiful women, quality women, whether it's casual. If you're just looking to date around, that's fine. If you want to sign up for coaching, doesn't mean you have to be looking for a long-term relationship. But either you are looking for a long-term relationship, you want casual dating, you just want to sleep around, have some fun, figure out what you want to do. I work with men all the way from 18 to 60 years old. So apply by going to coachbytripp.com. You can see the URL on the screen, takes you to an application. Fill out the application, and you and I can get on the phone and figure out if it's a good fit for you. I spend a whole hour on the phone with you to figure out if coaching is a good fit. We go over the whole thing. All the programs. I have multiple options for you for us to get on the phone weekly. And we go over, like I said earlier, a customized plan for you to be able to attract women. Okay? Doesn't matter what you look like. As long as you're 18 and up, as long as you're a man looking to attract a woman, because that's what I specialize in, then you are already pre-qualified. Go fill out an application. And if you qualify further, I'll send you an email, and then you and I will get on the phone, and we'll talk about it. Okay? What questions you guys got? What do we got? I'm here to answer. Let's get into it. Got a woman here, Rhonda. Really, do we have a woman here in the chat? She said, you fucked up. I don't know what you're talking about. Tripp, is it a waste of time to chase women? Because right now I'm single. I'm thinking about myself. You don't have to. Well, first of all, you should never be chasing women. Let's take out that terminology. But if you're just working on yourself right now, then you don't know. You don't need to be dating. Let's not say chasing women. Let's say dating. No, you don't need to be dating right now. That's if you're working on yourself. That's fine. What are the questions you guys got? Urgent help. I have a date with my ex on Saturday, but tonight we texted. And she told me she's in the club with her boyfriend. Should I cancel the date? Yeah. Don't date women who are in relationships or just got out of a relationship. Okay? What are the questions you guys got? What do we got here? Glad to have a woman here. Always interesting to see that. What are the questions? I got blocked on Insta, Facebook, Snapchat. What do I do? You move on, Nicholas. Move on if a woman has blocked you. Please do not chase a woman who's not interested in you. That should be number 4, the 4th hardest woman to get, the woman who rejected you. But we don't try to attract those girls. We keep those girls far away from us because we have abundance. Abundance. You're welcome, Dennis. You're very welcome. Rhonda, you're the only woman? I think so. How do you do no contact if she's on your family plan? I do pay the bill, but I like to get ghost and become the best version of myself in an open relationship right now. How is she in your family plan? Get her off. If she's your ex-girlfriend and she has a boyfriend, can you get her back? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Should you pay for an escort if you're disabled? I don't think I would do that either. I don't believe in paying for escorts in any situation. Can man and woman be friends? A girl I like said she likes me but working on herself and wants to be friends. I told her I can't be your friend because I like you. Was I wrong? No, you were absolutely right, Clifton. Bravo. Bravo. You do not want to be her friend if you're trying to attract her. So you told her, hey, this is the deal. So good job. Rhonda, this is a dating advice for men. I think you're in the wrong place here, Rhonda. How do I meet a quality man after 3 months of being single? How do you meet a quality man? Lots of quality men right here. What do I think about peacocking? Yeah. You just don't need to do it. It's unnecessary. Do I trust online dating sites? Yeah, I do. I just wouldn't focus all of your attention on online dating sites and apps. You should be going out, approaching women, meeting them in person, and building the skill of being able to attract them in person because eventually you're going to be in person with them. Right? Eventually, the online dating sites and apps lead you to in person. Why wouldn't you do what? Someone said, why wouldn't you do it, Tripp? What is peacocking? Oh, yeah, well, peacocking is dressing in a crazy way to get attention. LOL, sorry, Tripp, you're good. I like your approach. Thanks, Rhonda. I appreciate that. I haven't really worked hard on my advice for women, so I'm not going to sit here trying to think of the best advice to give you because, I'd be just making things up on the spot, like how to meet men, how to attract men. Sure, if I thought about it hard enough, I can give you a nice, clear, concise answer, but it's just not my wheelhouse. Sorry. What else we got? Is driving a Mercedes-Benz and getting jacked peacocking? I don't know. I'm not sure of what the official definition of peacocking is. I don't talk about that. I do talk about dressing well, though, and optimizing your style. We also go over that, by the way, in coaching. So if you're interested in getting your style handled and some of your outer appearance optimized to just look your best, you can do that, and we can teach you how to do that. Again, coachbytripp.com. Fill out an application today, and we'll get you all settled up. Get on a phone call, see if it's a good fit for you. Andrew said, should I go out with the girl that I don't see as a girlfriend? Why would you go out with her? Just to sleep with her? What's up, Tripp? I found being clear in your intentions helps. Is humor always the best approach to lead with if you're having issues with approaching women? Is humor always the best approach to... I don't really understand that question. Why would you think humor is the best approach to lead when you're having issues with approaching women? I mean, whatever gets you approaching, gets you approaching. If you want to make jokes and that gets you over approaching them, fine, if it works. Zedric said, I asked if I could get my ex back if she's dating another guy. You said you wouldn't do it. Why not? Because why do you want a woman who doesn't want you? Scarce mindset. Have I had a good relationship with a woman that I met online before? Yeah, I have. It didn't last, but that was just because it didn't work out. It had nothing to do with meeting online. But yes, online works. Should I ever give a woman my non-sexual attention? What does that mean? I know that's a term that's been talked about in this dating advice community, but I don't understand what that means. What is? I'm not well versed in what non-sexual attention is. Does that mean anything you guys are doing that's not sex? So conversations, what is that? Good questions. Trying to power through as many as I can. But this is good. Very good, guys. You guys liking these lives? I have one more that I'm doing next week. Same time, 7:30 Central. So hopefully you'll make it to the next one. And I do them for about 30 to 45 minutes. What if one of the women you just warned us about does want a relationship with you? If she does want a relationship with you, it all depends. Can you really handle being with this person? Be honest with yourself if this is the perfect person for you. And I don't mean, of course, we all have this idea in our head of who the perfect person is, but really be honest with yourself. Can you handle being with a single mom, busy professional? Or someone who just got out of a relationship. Can you really handle that? Test it out. You'll see. Thanks, Tripp. I'm going to move on now. She's trying to put me in the friend zone. I could feel it. Thanks, Tripp. To the previous question, she made a date, but when she gets drunk, she told me she's with her boyfriend. I told her I should leave the chat for respect issues. She said I can talk to her anytime. Do not trust a woman who's cheating on her boyfriend with you. Do not trust. Bad, bad, bad. Good chance they'll cheat on you. So. Yeah, Clifton said, I like your live stream. Keep it up. It helps a lot. Didn't know people had the same problems. It's funny. I hear that a lot. A lot of guys don't realize that. They're not alone. You guys all have the same problems. I coach people every single day on the same exact problems. This channel has over 780,000 subscribers with guys that have the same problems. The same problems with women. You're not unique. But that's a good thing. Because there's patterns in the issues and challenges, people like myself have come up with solutions for you. So, really, it's pretty awesome. I have a whole video on my channel about how to meet girls in high school, Tony. So you can go and check that out on my channel. I'm not going to get into that here because that's not the specialty that I work on. I work with people who are 18 and older, but I did make a video for you. Someone says, Tripp, I was too needy and annoying. We liked each other a lot, but you blocked me. You learned your lesson. Be grateful for that lesson. It's a very good lesson. I did a whole episode, a live episode last week, all on the fact of what the consequences of being needy are. The consequences is you're going to turn off a woman. But what neediness looks like. I give you 7 prime examples of what it looks like to be needy. Check that out. It's on my channel. Cool. What are the questions you guys got? Keep the live streams coming. I'll try to do it. I will try to do it as much as I can. But for now, I know for sure next week, 7:30 Central, same time. Maybe I will do them later this year. We'll see. They have been fun. It is always cool connecting with you guys, even if it's just over chat. Why doesn't YouTube, Instagram has this, why doesn't YouTube have an option to get you guys live? To get you on here, we can talk to each other. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be really awesome if we could do that. But, you know. Cool. What are the questions you guys got? I got a couple more minutes. I'll answer a couple more questions. But yeah, to reiterate, summary of this video. 3 hardest women to get. Single mom, busy professional, woman who just got out of a relationship. Ideally, you do not try to attract them and go for them. Once you find out they are a single mom, busy professional, someone who just got out of a relationship, run for the hills. Unless the exceptions I explained earlier, that you are totally and utterly, honestly okay with being with that type of woman. And if you're okay with that and it's honest, go for it. Most guys are not. Therefore, dodge it. Yes, my book does apply to those in high school. My book is called Magnetic, by the way. If you're interested in getting that, that's on Amazon. Okay. I think that's trippadvice.com/book as well. And I tell you everything you need to know in terms of how to attract women. Yeah, trippadvice.com/book. So you can check that out. You can go there. Okay, you can do that. But if you want serious, fast help that pertains to you specifically, go to coachbytripp.com and I'll help you. Go there, apply, and then we can get you on a phone call to see if it's a good fit for you. Sound good? Okay. Cool, guys. This is fun. As always, such a pleasure to talk to you, to help you out, to answer your questions. We learned a lot today. I hope this was an interesting topic for you, something I've never covered before. But I just get so many questions all the time about how to attract these types of women, and I wanted to go over how you do it and if it's a good idea. So hopefully that helped. Thanks again for joining me live here, or if you're watching not live, or maybe you're listening to this on my podcast, because I might have put this on my podcast. Well, then thanks for tuning in. Talk to you next week on the next live, or on the next YouTube video, or the next podcast. We ain't done over here at Tripp Advice. Got a lot of years, a lot of decades left. I'm here for you for all your dating advice needs. Talk to you very soon. Take care.